Hi, and welcome. You're listening to the X22 Report. My name is Dave, and this is episode 2403, and today's date is February 12th, 2021, and the title of the episode is, Are Putin and Xi working with Trump? Are they taking on the central bank? Let's talk about investing. The economy is too uncertain. International relations are shaky. You can't count on anyone except yourself. That's why many investors are deciding to buy gold and silver and keep it with them. Noble Gold is your perfect choice. You can have your precious metals shipping right to your door. Here's a great place to start. This fourth set of American Eagle 22-karat gold coins is the perfect investment. And all four of these, $5, $10, $25, and $50 coins, are bullion-grade proofs, authenticated by the U.S. Mint. There are just 20 sets around, so it's first come, first serve. There's also a mystery surprise extra coin as a holiday gift with each set. Discover more and call Noble Gold at 877-646-5347 or click the link in the description. Let's get into the economic collapse financial news. Now, we know that everything that Trump and the Patriots are doing, this is far beyond the election. It's far beyond being in office. This is about destroying the central bank, the deep state system. Remember, they've been building this system and infiltrating the United States from within since 1913. And they've put into place everything they needed to create this system. Trump, the Patriots, they put a plan in place. They put a plan in place while Trump was in his presidency. Not just to get reelected. Not just to arrest a couple of people that people want to see arrested. It's about restoring America. And the only way to do that is to wake America up. And this is what we're experiencing right now with every phase that we go through. America needs to know the truth. And you just can't spring it on them. Hey, by the way, this economy that we're in, the one that the central bank created, it's fake. They control the whole thing. You know that market, the stock market? It's not free and open. You know the economy? Well, it's not a free, open market. It's controlled by certain individuals. People would have a freaking nervous breakdown. They wouldn't be able to handle it. This is why Trump and the Patriots have been waking people up very, very slowly. Yes, there's people that voted for Trump, but a lot of people don't understand the inner workings of everything, and they're starting to understand it now. Because look what happened with GameStop. People started to realize, well, wait a minute. Why are you shutting down everyday people if they just want to invest? You never do this to hedge funds. You never do this to other big investors, but you're only doing it to the people. Why are interest rates controlled by the central bank? Why is the stock market controlled by the central bank? Why do they want to move us into a great reset? Why can't I get ahead in this economy? Why do we have to borrow the money from a central bank? This makes no sense. As people start to learn about the private Western Central Bank and they start to learn about the founding fathers, they're starting to question everything because it doesn't make sense. And this is what the Patriots have been showing everyone. They've been showing everyone how you can take an economy that is controlled by the central bank, use their illusion, and build it up. Because remember, before Trump, what happened? Obama said, listen, this is your new normal. Don't expect anything different. No, manufacturing is not going to come back. You're not going to get jobs. Wages are not going to go up. You might as well just get used to what is happening right now, period. But Trump, he showed the people something completely different. Look what can be done. If we move these regulations, if we get rid of them, if we remove taxes, people do better. If we help certain areas with opportunity zones and build it up, people do better. If we place tariffs on China and distribute that money to the farmers do better. Look how we can lower unemployment. Look how we can bring back America. And this is why Trump pointed at Obama and said, I have the magic wand now. We don't have to get used to the new normal. We can move forward. And this is exactly what we're seeing right now. We're seeing the people start to think about all this. Now we're in the next phase. Remember, Trump accelerated everything in the economy. He undid everything the globalists wanted. Now they have to put it back. And that's what Biden has been working very hard in doing, putting everything back to the way it was. People see this. They notice it. And they don't like it. Now remember, they had to accelerate the Great Reset plan. Trump robbed them of all the other events, like the main one, which is war. Will they try other events? Most likely. Remember, they'll become desperate. But it seems that Trump might be working with other leaders to go after the private Western central bank. Yes, in each country, you have the deep state, you have the black sites, you have those individuals that are controlling certain leaders. We've seen it here in the United States. And we can see that what's happening right now, Trump and the Patriots, not just Trump and the Patriots, but others around the world are preparing to move everyone out of a private Western central bank system where the private Western central bank system will completely lose their power. How do they have power? Through currency. By the creation of currency and having governments borrow that currency. And as they borrow that currency, there's interest attached. If there's interest attached, there's debt. Let's talk about investing. The economy is too uncertain. International relations are shaky. You can't count on anyone except yourself. That's why many investors are deciding to buy gold and silver and keep it with them. Noble Gold is your perfect choice. You can have your precious metal shipping right to your door. Here's a great place to start. This 4 set of American Eagle 22-karat gold coins is the perfect investment. And all 4 of these, $5, $10, $25, and $50 coins, are bullion-grade proofs, authenticated by the U.S. Mint. There are just 20 sets around, so it's first come, first serve. There's also a mystery surprise extra coin as a holiday gift with each set. Discover more and call Noble Gold at 877-646-5347 or click the link in the description. Every government, every people around the world, they're flooded in debt. The private Western Central Bank controls that debt, which means they control the countries, they control the people. Now, we need to understand that the private Western Central Bank, the deep state, they're going to fight. They're going to continue to fight. They're going to try to take control. Trump moved the Federal Reserve into the Treasury. That's why they put Janet Yellen there. She was the head of the Fed. Now she's the head of the Treasury. And they're trying to take back control. Yes, they're trying to move forward with their agenda, which is joining the Paris Climate Accord, going green, making everyone scared about climate change. If you notice, the world is getting colder, by the way. And you can see that they're putting certain people in place. Right now, Janet Yellen, she created a senior post at the Treasury Department that the person will be charged with monitoring alleged risks to the financial system from climate change. Who is this person? Sarah Bloom Raskin. Who is she married to? Well, that's Jamie Raskin. He's heading up the House impeachment. It's all connected. But we could see what's happening right now with cryptocurrency, which I find very, very interesting because what they're doing right now is cryptocurrency is rising. More and more institutions are saying, okay, we're going to use cryptocurrency. You can purchase our goods. You can use Visa, MasterCard. How do you make the switch where it's seamless, where people don't really have to think about it? And at the same time, make the switch where the fiat currency they had, if they go into cryptocurrency, it appreciates. Does it maintain their wealth? Yes, because what's happening, just like with gold and silver, and I'm not saying that gold and silver is not going to be a part of this. I do believe this is going to be a backstop in the end. It's going to build confidence in the system. And gold is going to, and silver, they're both going to rise the same exact way. And I'm not saying choose one over the other. The electronic currency is much easier to use. The electronic currency, the infrastructure is already in place. I do believe this is why Trump has been moving to get 5G across the country, to be prepared for all of this. And people were very worried about how are we going to move from this fiat system without losing everything in the bank. And I think the Patriots have found a way. It's called crypto. And we can see that a lot of companies are signing on to this. Actually, Apple Pay now will be accepting cryptocurrency. So we have Visa, MasterCard. A lot of banks will accept cryptocurrency. Soon, employers, and I don't believe this is far down the road here, they'll be accepting cryptocurrency. And as people continue to move into it, what happens to the private Western central bank? They lose power because people are not using their currency anymore. People are deciding, you know something? I'm going to use something completely different. Now, let's take this one step further. How is the cryptocurrency created? Is it created by the central bank? No, it's decentralized. Does the government have to borrow it with interest attached? No. There is no interest. So what does the government do? How do they bring in money to support the government? Well, they can go back to the way it was. They used tariffs in the past. You can place tariffs on different countries, and this is how you can bring in money. Why do you think Trump was showing everyone how tariffs work? Why do you think he was showing you, listen, from everything that's coming in from China, we place tariffs on them, and we can take those funds and give it to the farmers. Think about if we reversed everything and we had tariffs. That money can support the government. It can support different industries. We don't need a private Western central bank. We don't have to borrow currency. We just cut ourselves away from the power of the private Western central bank. And what I find very interesting is that during the World Economic Forum, which took place via teleconferencing, we can see that Putin did not agree with Klaus Schwab, saying that the Great Reset is not going to work. He said the entire idea of the Great Reset is not only doomed to failure, but runs counter to everything modern leadership should be pursuing. Putin literally laughed at the idea of the fourth industrial revolution. Schwab's idea of a planned society through AI, robots, and the merging of man and machine, he laughed at. And what's very interesting is that Xi was on board with this. Now that tells you a lot right here. I do believe we are now in the middle, or the very beginning going into the middle, of the transition away from the private Western central bank, away from their system. Because as you continually remove this power, as you continually move away and more people start to understand cryptocurrency and start to realize, well, hey, it's just an app on my phone. I can go and just use my phone to pay for things. I have my wallet. Maybe there will be a bank account if people feel more secure about that. And they start to realize, like, hey, this is not really that big of a difference. And you know what? My purchasing power is much, much greater now. As this continues on, the central bank continually loses power. What happens to the corrupt individuals in government that borrow? Well, that power goes away too. Their money laundering schemes, that goes away. Everything starts to reverse. Everything starts to fade away. I do believe this is just the beginning. I do believe that as we continue on, we're going to see gold, silver, cryptos all rise at the same time. Because as that is moving up, that means that dollar that is created by the central bank, that continually loses value. And as that loses value and cryptocurrency and gold and silver gain value, people are going to say, yeah, I think I'm going to switch over. Now, you need to remember, with cryptocurrency, you will now be able to purchase things. You'll be able to save. You'll be able to use it in your everyday life. And as more and more people do this and get away from the dollar, soon nobody will even think of the dollar. People will just be like, you know what? We have cryptocurrency. I maintain my wealth. Actually, now I'm better off. And it seems that this move was very easy. And it seems we're heading in that direction right now. The Patriots are totally in control. Listen, everyone, thanks a lot for listening. Be well, be safe, and especially be prepared. Thanks a lot.